Good Wednesday morning, everyone. My name is Josiah Pike, and these are your Fastcast digital headlines for November 5th. Now, in this morning's top headline, budget spending and wildfire prevention were the two main issues taken up by the Anchorage Assembly last night. Now, the main focus on the night was the budget, and the Assembly started by mass approving several funding items like the replacement of the Girdwood hand tram for $500,000. After the Assembly's break, public hearings were held on budget items. Now, one issue that cropped up was the importance of preventing wildfires from affecting the city. One person said the city needs to have a change of mindset when it comes to fighting them in the future.
We have a large fire department, highly trained, because we don't have buildings burning down, houses burned down. We need to get that same mindset regarding the wildfire, where we just don't accept it. And we create the city and the culture and the infrastructure to prevent this from happening.
And the Assembly did not take a vote on the budget yet, opting to have another public hearing November 18th. One ordinance that was passed brings the municipality into alignment with state law regarding what are called cottage foods. And under current city law, business owners running their business from home can only bring in $25,000 before being required to produce in a commercial kitchen. One business owner explained why that won't work for her.
I am a vegan, gluten-free, notably celiac safe baker. So there are no commercial kitchens for me that can keep anything safe, because if I use a commercial oven with the fans, all those gluten things are going to blow onto my non-gluten things and make people sick.
And the legislation was passed unanimously, and to read more about what was discussed at the Assembly meeting, head over to our website or mobile app. And nearly 70 people signed up to speak at the Anchorage School Board meeting in a fight to keep two schools open, many of them parents. Now, the two schools, Lake Otis and Fire Lake Elementary School, have been recommended for closure by the Anchorage School District. And once more, the school board took up discussion on the recommended closures, spending the majority of the meeting listening to public comments.
I'm from a small town. I know what it's like to be in a small community, to have a small group of friends, and that's exactly what Lake Otis Elementary is doing with all of these children. And it's a wonderful thing. It's giving them some stability.
I don't want Lake Otis Elementary School to close down because all the teachers that work there will go to a different school.
We were told we were going to possibly close last year. We were promised to not be in this position this year, so it's awful.
Well, our school is small, but there's a lot more kids in each classroom than there is in other schools because how small we divide it into bigger groups.
The school board is expected to vote on the recommended closures at its next meeting on November 18th. And voters across the country took to the polls yesterday for a host of key off-cycle races. Governor's race in New Jersey pits Democratic Representative Mikey Sherrill, who won against Trump-backed Jack Chiatarelli, replacing Democrat Phil Murphy. Now in New York City, voters chose Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani as their new mayor. Mamdani won against Republican Curtis Sliwa and former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who was running as a third-party candidate. President Trump endorsed Cuomo last night. And in Virginia, former Democratic Representative Abigail Spanberger has become the Commonwealth's first female governor, leading in the polls against Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. And voters in California approved a ballot measure to redraw the congressional map in favor of the Democrats. The referendum, known as Prop 50, came in response to similar efforts in Republican-led states. Updates on these stories and more can be found on our website, alaskasnewssource.com. Thanks for tuning in today, and have a great Wednesday.